say systems and whatever. Stealing inakuanga part of election.
Yeah.
So how you prevent your votes to be stolen is also part of the game. You know, election is a game. How to, so people plan on how to steal and how to prevent your votes being stolen.
Yeah. Iko Nini. Episode 275 tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Sindio? Yeah, na leo tuko na one of those reporters that we don't need to introduce to you because umemwona kwa screens zako. Ulimwona kwa screens zako za ilikuwa ni K24, ukamwona NTV, ukamwona Citizen, na saizi pia unamwona kwa CGTN. But kama umekuwa ukilive under a rock, sindio?
Yeah.
Kama umekuwa wesi mtu wa kufuatilia news, tuko na ENOCK SIKOLIA. ENOCK sasa?
Poa sana.
Yeah.
Uko vipi?
Niko poa. Yeah, so of course like nimekuwa nikitry ku research juu yako na hata kabla tuanze like one of the most interesting things I found out about wewe ni ulianzia Coach FM.
Yeah. Mtaa pale Korogosho. When you say Coach FM, you know many may not understand. Ni Korogosho slums. Hapo ndio nilianzia hiyo era.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you find yourself there? Ulizaliwa Korogosho ama ilikuwa you are looking for a job? Ulijipataje Coach FM?
Kuzaliwa ni village. Village ingine huko Western, huko Kakamega. Actually inaitwanga Mataha. Mataha in Kabras, which is my mom's language.
Yeah.
Translates to bush.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So nilizaliwa huko Coach. Nikimaliza kampo, nimemaliza university, trained as a medic. So mimi kama medic huko ka scientist, wanaitanga medical lab scientist, kupima wase. So nimemaliza, roho yangu imesema hii kitu hata huko unataka.
Yes.
So uachane tu nayo. Nikaweka pale makaratasi, nikaanza kujiuliza jani ya kuingia media ni aje.
Yeah.
So pilika tu mtu wakaniambia jaribu hizi community stations easy to get. Sasa community station ndio ilikuwa karibu, mimi nilikuwa naishi Zimmerman.
Okay.
Sasa ilikuwa karibu, ilikuwa Korogosho Coach. So nilikuwa natembea kutoka Korogosho. Unajua kutembea bana, hakuna mtu anakulipa, it was volunteer. So unachapa kama mguu kutoka pale Zimmerman Kasarani Stadium, unajua ile njia unaanguka pale la Kisama Ngomongo, unavuka ile daraja uko wapi? Uko Coach. Coach ilikuanga kuna wase walikuwa wanaitwa Men of God, mahali walikuwa wanaishi pale emoji. So walikuwa wanapita mahali walikuwa wanaishi pale, walikuwa wanaishi huko. Watu wajua story yao. Sasa walikuwa wanapita, hata ndio nionyeshanga nyumba walikuwa wanaishi, unapita pale unaingia. So there is what you call Miss Coach Foundation.
Yeah.
So Miss Coach Foundation ndio ilikuwa ina run Coach.
Okay.
Coach FM. So nikapata na jamaa huko alikuwa anaitwa Njeru, nikamuuliza ni aje? Nataka kutry hii kitu.
Yeah.
Akaniambia unaweza, tukachapa voice test. Na hivyo nikaanza volunteering.
Yeah. Okay. But now you used to do Swahili.
Nilikuwa nafanya Swahili. Mimi Kizungu ilikuwa shida. You know, when I tell people that, wao wanashtuka. I'm like, mimi Kizungu na mimi tulikuwa hivi na hivi. Yaani, wanasema mother in law. Nikionea Kizungu huko unapitia the other side.
Yeah.
So nilikuwa mtu wa Swahili. Swahili changu kilikuwa kizuri bwana. Ukitaka tuzungumze, nazungumza.
Yeah.
So nikaanza kutangaza tu, nilikuwa reporter, nilikuwa na show. Nilikuwa nafanya almost kila kitu.
Yeah, because ndio nacheki alafu but nishaisikia watu wakijoke juu ya Western anti Western keeps Swahili alive. Nishasikia gati watu wa Western ndio nyitumia words kama kwa minajili. Shona watu wakijoke.
Wacha nikwambie, Mluya ukipatana na Mluya, nitakwambia story. Me I'm not full Luya. Lakini nimezaliwa Kiluya, nimelelewa Kiluya, hata majina yangu yote.
Yeah.
Ni ya Kiluya. Nasikia naitwa Mkhola ENOCK SIKOLIA. So you must know how to pronounce. Lakini mahali ambapo Kiluya na Kiswahili, let me say lugha ya Kiluya na lugha ya Kiswahili zinaoana. Kuna mambo tofauti ambayo ni sawa tofauti tu ni p kwa sababu tunasema papa na wewe unasema baba, kwa sababu ukiangalia katika lugha kama for example nikitumia Wabukusu. Wabukusu hawana v
okay.
kwa vowel yao. So b yao ni v. Sasa hawana b, wana p. B yenye iko ni maandishi tu. Unaandika b, lakini ukisoma unaisoma v. So, kwa mfano Bungoma si Bungoma,
ni Vungoma.
Yes, sasa unasema Evungoma. Webuye is ewevuye. It's not Webu. So kuna mambo tofauti tu ambayo yanaoana. Ng'ombe kwa Kiluya tu unasikia mtu anasema ng'ombe. So unapatana ni sawa tu. Kutoa unaondoa, akiondoa tu athari ya lugha ya mama. Very perfect.
Okay.
Kwa maana unapata Waluya wale wanazungumza Kiswahili kizuri tu.
Sanifu
Sanifu kabisa.
Inakaupaka.
Unapata lakini kila kitu ambacho kilinisaidia mimi. Mimi nina uwezo wa kubadilisha lahaja ya lugha ya Kiswahili.
Lahaja ilikuwa nini?
Accent.
Okay.
Nikiwa Nairobi nitazungumza kama mtu wa Nairobi. Nikifika Mombasa nazungumza kama mtu wa Mombasa. Nikienda Tanzania naondoa finya, nasema bonyeza.
Okay.
Alafu ukikaa na mimi lazima ukae na mimi ndio uanze kushikanisha huyu jamaa si mcost.
Okay. Nini. Alafu nini? Hii historia yako ya cuz I'd looked at your career, sikuwa nimeangalia the education side. So education kwa Bachelor of Science hematology.
Hematology is wanasema ukishafika pale unawekwa section ya hematology. Lakini nilifanya kitu inaitwa Bachelor of Science Medical Laboratory Sciences. From Kenyatta University. Sisi ndio tulikuwa pioneers hapo. KU haikuwa na School of Health Sciences when we started. So hata haikuwa na medicine na nini. Sisi ndio tulikuwa watu wa kwanza. So unaona hii t-shirt ni KU alumni Kenyatta University. Napenda tu kuzivaa. Niko na nyingi.
Cuz nacheki it's a 5-year course.
It's 4 years then 1 year internship.
1 year internship.
Mostly medical courses you go for 1 year internship.
Na ni kitu ulikuwa unataka kufanya ama this was one of those you're doing it for your parent like
si parent silaumu parent kwa sababu mimi mzazi wangu my mom aliniacha nifanye mambo vile na nataka. Niki-apply nili-apply. First degree choice was mass communication.
Okay.
Nairobi University. The second kwa sababu nilikuwa nafanya research kapata ilikuwa information sciences. Moi University. The third kwa sababu za third unatafuta mambo mengine nikaeka Bachelor of Commerce. Alafu the last one was statistics. Nikasema sasa kama kimeumana angalau tuache nifanye hesabu. Yes. Shock on me. I remember nikapata barua inasema following, I will never forget those words zenye zilikuwa za kwanza kwa hiyo barua. Following your walikuwa nasema following your application to the Joint Admission Board yani JAB of public universities, you are hereby admitted to Kenyatta University to pursue Bachelor of Science Medical Laboratory Sciences. Unajua nilishika vile sasa hii ni gani kwanza?
You had not chosen.
It wasn't there. It wasn't in my hata sikuwa ifikiria kwamba nitafanya hospitalini. You see, yes. You know, there are friends of mine wale tulisoma nao wanasema maybe waliangalia sciences. Sciences zangu niliweka ndani kazi zote.
Okay.
Shule walikuwa wananiita laboratory kwa sababu biochem hiyo nilikuwa naamuka asubuhi na weka ndani. Hata mwalimu kuna wakati walituletea question in class. I remember that question was why do farmers yani mbona mkulima hatumii wanasema fresh cow dung kupanda, mbona ngoje mpaka ioze nini apply in biology. It was how many marks? 15 marks. Mimi peke yangu ndio nilipita hiyo question. Unajua nilikaa chini nikajiuliza in relation to biology because it was a biological question. In relation to biology, swali inaweza kuwa inauliza nini, mbona inini. So nikajiuliza, what happens when during decomposition of anything, there are usually microorganisms that help in decomposition. The microorganisms, what do? They respire. When they respire, what do? They produce heat. So heat itakuwa kwa hiyo itachoma mahindi na nikajipata nimepata 15 marks. It was an application. So people used to call me laboratory. So nikafikiria maybe hao jamaa waliangalia sciences wakaamua kunirusha hapa. But they didn't consider my choices.
Your interests.
Yes. But now the problem was not there. The problem ni kuja campus. Someone told me, you just accept. Kwetu bwana hakuna pesa ya kwenda parallel. So wambia wewe ukikataa inamaanisha unataka kwenda parallel. Utatoa wapi pesa ya parallel? Remember that time university we were paying 15,000 shillings per year.
I remember those days.
So inakuwa 7. 7%.
Help ilikuwa pesa ngapi hiyo time?
Nini hiyo?
Help
mimi nilikuwa napata 21.
21 ilikuwa
per semester.
Yes, because I remember we used to get twice.
42, yes.
When I come to 42 so, maximum.
42. So nilipatanga 21. So ilifika mahali mimi ndio nilijilipia. Okay, my mom alilipia first year, second year, second term. Nikamwambia relax. Shughulika na watu wengine. Mimi ndajisort. So hivyo ndio nilijipata kwa hii maneno ya
hematology. Okay.
Ni damu. Is blood. So nilifika mahali nikakuwa mzee wa damu tu. Nilikuwa natoka pale naenda pia bone marrow. Na bone marrow analysis kidogo. Yaani kujua kama bone marrow yako inafanya kazi ama haifanyi kazi. Yes. But
it's interesting because still naona ukiwa Kenyatta University bado ulikuwa journalism club. So this seed of journalism was always there.
Yes. From where my friend? Mimi unajua it's a story that everyone tells. But yangu ukienda hata kwa village watakwambia. Hata Zimmerman watakwambia huyu jamaa hizi vitu anasema si za uongo. There was a time there's a guy mwenye alisema tu kijana ataliambia Madheo kijana wako atakuwa mwenda wazimu. Cause ungenipata natangaza mpira bwana.
Okay.
FC versus Gor Mahia, Manchester United versus Arsenal. Na najua wachezaji wote sasa nakupigia line up na panga. Then sasa when niliingia KU tukakuwa journalism club na pia nilikuwa nacheza futa. So tukicheza futa tulikuwa tukienda hizi inter university games. Mimi unajua jamaa mwingine alikuwa anaitwa Kome, alikuwa not Nation FM. QFM. Before nini alikuwa anaitwa Kazungu Kome.
Kazungu namjua.
So Kazungu tulikuwa tunatangaza nawe na yeye na Michael This. Michael Dhiambo. Huyu wa Royal Media, huyu anakuanga Radio Citizen utamsikia. Short guy, I use my friend. We used to tangaza my friend tunachapa mpaka Mugenda alikuwa anatutambua. Mugenda akiwa tukiwa 4th year hivi Mugenda ndio sasa alikuwa VC. Mpaka akatutambua.
Olivia.
Olive okay. Mugenda.
Yes.
This is how professor. And
okay. Because alafu niko na feel kama KU recognized arts and vitu kama hata journalism more than. KU ilikuwa na they still KU FM.
Let me tell you one story about KU. KU produced more journalists and at that time na haikuwa na anything to do with journalism. It didn't have a degree or whatever. It wasn't offering anything to do with journalism. But angalia Sadiq Shaban was how many, like I think 3 or 2 years ahead of me.
Okay.
Quite a number of newspaper reporters, especially Nation Media Group. Media Group used to recruit a lot. Kina Dan Mwangi, kina Alex Mwangi, those are products from KU. And at that time, KU didn't have what KU did. KU used to nurture talent.
Yes.
Like people, we used to have what you call Culture Week. During that Culture Week, students would be left to express themselves. There used to be what you call KUTT. Kenyatta University Traveling Theatre. Hiyo ndio ilitoa kina Nyambane and everything. Kina mheshimiwa KJ. Walitoka kwa hapo. So KU, the strength of KU, and then most of the students were art students. You know, then those days science haikuwa sana. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tumeanza science. So guys who are coming there, either ni walimu ama ni nini, but people were I think they were very creative.
Yes.
So tukienda hizi vitu walikuwa noma. Enda uangalia most of the guys who are in media utapata most of them were teachers. Yeah, training to be teachers.
Okay.
They were very creative guys. In terms of acting, in terms of, so wakikuja kuandika pale anaitwa kufanya tu script. Unajua wakikuja KU used to have something called, not KU, Nation Media Group used to have something called Media Lab. So they'll go to universities recruiting guys. I was not lucky among them. I didn't even go that time they came. Because when they came and took Dan Mwangi and Alex Mwangi, I was there.
Yeah, okay.
But I never bought that. Like, that is one thing that students miss out.
Yeah.
Like me, I missed out. Hizo placards zinaandikwanga ati sijui career week ama sijui nini. Tunaangalanga tukipita. Hapo ndio watu upata job.
Oh, okay.
Some of the guys wanakuanga wameshapata job wakiwa students.
Because KU used to have career week. I doubt if did University of Nairobi have.
I've been invited there many times. Yeah. To just go and speak to Nini. There is a whole week. So they bring in banking institutions, industrials, what is it, industries, whatever companies, they come. And during that time, students are given opportunities to exercise what they have learned.
Oh, okay.
Na hapo
okay.
tu. Umepata mtu ampata job.
Okay.
But most students shy away from such events. Wanasema it's wasting their time. Ako huko na watch Man U nacheza na Arsenal. Unataka kumtoa?
But unasema it's a whole week. That means that a weekdays iko. Inamaanisha
weekdays inakuwa.
Someone can create time if they want.
You can, but most students don't. Yes. So I missed out on that. So my journey was very long. You know, I tamaked for 4 years in this town.
Yeah, okay. Because naona uliwakaza bone marrow analyst. Yoni, hii moi teaching and referral, where is this LD?
Ndio hiyo tuna internship tu. Tunaandikanga.
Oh, that's the one year.
Yes, the one year.
Oh, okay.
Sasa nilikuwa kwa bone marrow na hematology section. Na hiyo ndio kupima hizo wanazatanga HB blood. Unapima blood count, unapima white cell count, red cell count, unaangalia platelets, vitu zote zenye zinahusiana na blood, kuangalia if huyu mtu ako sawa, because it's very important. If you have any challenge, especially if you have what you call bacteremia, sepsemia, hizo ni medical terms, unapata inamaanisha kwamba your blood has been infected, and it's usually on the further end of diseases, and especially when you're talking about microbiome diseases that are parasitic or viral. Parasitic, viral, and even bacterial. They finally end up in the bloodstream. Like kwa bloodstream inakuanga mbaya. That's why unaangalianga wanaambia enda pime damu yake. Nasema si ni kama malaria tu, hapana.
Enda uangalie.
Lazima uangalie. Of course malaria wanaangalianga kwa damu. So kuna mahali pengine utaangalia malaria. Yes.
Alafu kitu nashindwa, cause from the outside looking in, I'm thinking Kenya does not have enough bone marrow analysts, and like utatamakaje. I thought this is
wako.
Yeah, like tuko na more, cause kuna zile jobs for a very long time we knew.
Analysis ni rahisi. What you mean is kuna sasa bone marrow specialist ndio wachache.
Okay.
Watu unajua analyst tunasahau ni mtu wa lab tu. Huyu mtu wa kupima tu. Enda angalia bone marrow kama inafanya kazi. Specialist mwenye anakutuma hivyo ndio wachache.
Okay.
Like my teaching and referral, I think we had very few. I think there were 2 or 1. So it's about the specialization now. Hapo ndio wachache sana hii town. Na mimi unajua nilikataa from the onset. When nilimaliza internship, that was the end of me being in a medical world. na makaratasi nakuanga naenda tu hata nikiapply kwako nitaweka
because I think it brings
nikwambia naweza kuchapia stories za health science za health na kuchapia unajua by the way ilisaidia mtu asiye kudanganya even if you shift your first degree is very important because most of the awards I've won uenda waangalie the health related either health or environment hapo because now first niko na more information than a journalist mwenye amefanya mascom then anaingia tu unajua atasoma kwanza ulize mimi niko ready na idea if you assign me to do a story on cholera outbreak unajua cholera nimesoma cholera so what I'm looking for ni mtu ku substantiate what I'm saying because now I'll not go there and say I'm ENOCK SIKOLIA, I'm a journal, I'm a medic yes unajua doctors is very easy to say like Dr. Mercy Korir utasema I'm Dr. Mercy Korir so mimi ndasema nini mimi I'm not a doctor
okay how's many remind vile ushaiskega the origins of the phrase learned friend when it comes to lawyers which one definition did you hear ama what's the origin of that ile unajua
sijawaelewa ilitoka wapi learned friend but lawyers
because apparently back in the days for you to be a lawyer you had to have other degrees so you'd find someone would study medicine
in the US
study
it's like that
engineering and then study law so by the time unamit mtu uko like my learned friend so siku hizi kuita a lawyer learned friend does not make sense because they are only
lawyers. Actually in the US what they do law I don't know in some universities in the US that's one thing I know law and media and journalism is not first degree so you study something else then now you are a medical journalist you are like me I qualified to be a medical journalist you are a legal journalist like Ken Mijungu now because Ken Mijungu has studied law so and even Dinas now qualifies to be a legal journalist
he studied law
she's a lawyer now
okay
he has been studying I think he finished so he's he's a legal journalist now most journalists are the world has changed and most journalists that I've seen a good number of them are doing something extra on top I've said you see like we used to have Irene Choge she did the masters in public health now she's a PR practitioner but with two backings she's a trained journalist and now having masters in public health now she's very good to go so it's where we are headed I think for journalists and if you are training to be a journalist if you can manage do something on the side train to do something else so when you go out there you are more of a specialist because specialization is very important in journalism because what you tell becomes like wanasemangaje una tell from the factual point of view and no one can come and easily tunadanganywa sana sometimes tunadanganywanga unapata mzana kuambia kitu na nakudanganya that's why in journalism to be safe wameweka wanaitamaje wameweka shelves like a story cannot just go on air unaweza kuwa nidanganya lakini editor wangu kuna editor kuna sub editor kuna nani before it goes on air those are shields but you can create a shield of your own by studying in what you want to specialize in so no one will just come and give you wrong information and misinformation is big by the way
najua in the era of the internet
the era of the internet is bad and nowadays one thing I've realized is and especially with the era of blogging and vlogging there are people this is what I tell those of us who are now in the digital world
space
don't do things for wanaitangaje for clicks clickbaits are dangerous you will find you'll have but no serious organization will look for you to either advertise it or do something for it because they know what you think these guys don't read your information they're the ones who will click he's a CEO somewhere he clicks and he finds okay this hogwash will he look for you
Yeah, hata
so
kutafuta.
you've killed that one already. But if you maintain, you'll rather get 200 views.
Yeah.
But 200 views that are genuine and someone saying this guy is doing something good. Yeah.
Yeah, kuna nini. Alafu vile unasema journalists should study something extra. Sina kapa Kenya itakuwa political science because a lot of journalists
political science. But Kenya is a
politics.
political nation. Let me tell you, Kenya is a political nation. I will tell you the truth of the matter. Everything they revolve around politics. Even if it's health. See, now we are talking about SHIF. See the politics around it. Yes, we are looking at, for example, President William Ruto is looking at in his own ways on how to revamp the health sector. He says that NHIF has loopholes, has issues. So let's come up with a new entity that will try and deal with the loopholes. We close the gaps. Yeah. So how do you do that? You must go to parliament. You must form a legislation that removes NHIF because it's illegal. NHIF is not just an entity that came from heaven.
Yeah.
It went through parliament, so it's a legal entity. Now you want to create a legal entity. Where do you go to? Parliament. Who are parliamentarians? They are politicians.
Yeah.
So politics comes in.
Yeah.
So that's why you find most TV stations and whatever, they have more political reporters than any other, let's say, beats. You will find even in some organizations, they don't have people who are specialized in other beats.
Yeah.
They're just reporters. Today, kitokea story ya health, unaambia wenda ukave. Ukitokea nini unaambia wenda ukave. Lakini, kwa the same organization, health iko na watu wake. And politics iko na watu wake. Because Kenya is a political nation. We are run by politics. It's a fact. You cannot delete them. You cannot change them. Yes.
Alafu kwanza talking of politics, tukidigress kidogo, nataka kujua opinion yako. By the time we are recording this, inasemekana the VP's residence is being repaired for 600 million, but it was constructed for 450 million. So
what wanasemanga repair is very expensive.
Yeah. So kurepair ni more expensive kushinda kujenga.
You see, it's an issue that people, for me, you have to put factors in. When was it constructed?
Ni majuzi, I think ili constructiwa time ya Kalonzo, yes.
Kalonzo
didn't even stay in it.
Yeah, but it was
Ruto.
during the Kibaki time.
Yeah.
It was during the Kibaki time. It's Ruto who was the first
10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
To live there. 10 years ago to Seme.
Yeah.
Now 10 years ago, how is the inflation rate? You must look at those factors.
You're being a political reporter.
Analyst.
He's being a political reporter.
I'm not defending the government. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Unajua, let me tell you. This is what I've realized when it comes to tendering and everything.
Yeah. No, how your mic.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one, kuna kitu inaitwa the actual price.
Yes.
The actual price, and then watu lazima waunde profit. Huyo mwenye anajenga ama ana repair lazima aunde.
Yeah.
So there is the quotation yenye wewe. That's why unaonanga companies zinapewa zitoe quotations. Then hata ule mtu anafanya in government, that's one thing I know.
Yeah.
Ule mtu mwenye anafanya hizo quotations lazima pia yakule. Ule mwenye anafanyaje? Ana sieve. So if it is your own house and you are the seremala and everything, it won't be that expensive. But because some other guys comes in and people want also to make money out of it, it becomes very, very expensive. I'll give you a good example. I don't know how they arrived at that, but I'll give you a good example, which is the SGR.
Yeah.
Do you know why the SGR became expensive? The SGR became expensive because of one thing we call compensation.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Land compensation. Some guys, unaenda, wajamaa walikuwa wanapata hao yako ikuja kufanyiwa valuation. Value anaiweka at 15 million. Alafu wajamaa kutoka National Lands Commission, wanataka kukula. Hao jamaa walikula proper.
Yeah.
Wanataka kukula. Wanakuja, anakuambia, hii nyumba yako ni 15 million, lakini tunakupatia 30 million.
Okay.
And tunaandika 30 million.
Ndio tupatie kitu.
So upate 8 tukuongeze 8 si tuende na 7.
Okay.
So wakienda na 7 wametoka kwa watu wangapi? So the actual value of compensation would have been 15 million. But it has gone to 30 million. That's double. How many people were compensated from Mombasa to Naivasha? How many?
With those inflated figures.
And that is how that's why people now ask yourself, why are people leaving private companies to go work for government?
Najua. It's because of that.
The other way, it used to happen.
The other way around.
People used to resign from government to go work for private because private were offering more money. Even today, I think private still pays more than government in terms of salary. But what you might get from government, that is not salary.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio watu wanaangalia. That is it. But you see, unataka kwenda kufanya kazi na serikali.
Musemaga nikipata opportunity, I'll do it. And I'll be an evil person because everyone is evil. And I have to just be selfish and think about my family. But that's if I'm not elected. But if I was elected and I found myself there, I feel like a legacy at some point is more important than money.
You know one thing I normally say, and especially those who go into position of influence. Sometimes position of influence is not about how you go build a road. And how you go. It's about the ethics you leave behind. Are you a person who lives by the rule of law? Are you a person who can say, by the way, because let me tell you, this is an example I tell people. Do you know how we create poor people? I'll give an example of Kimwarera and Aror. Kimwarera and Aror was meant, Kimwarera and Aror were to give the government up to, I think, 100 megawatts of electricity. It's not there now. Is it there?
Oh, it's not
there.
Mega problems. No.
But the bigger part was water for irrigation. How many farmers would have benefited and their families? How many farmers would have done cultivation and produced food, sold it, and taken their kids to school? Thousands. So what happens to their family today? They're not able to do it.
Still stuck in poverty.
So the kids get stuck in poverty. They come to Nairobi. They don't have a job. You stole that money. You invested in your companies and family. You gave your family literally. That guy whose father you denied the opportunity to be a farmer and make money and actually take their kids to school and have an opportunity in life. Doesn't have that opportunity. He meets who in town? Genge. Criminals. They become their friends. Who does he become?
A criminal,
Tomorrow they go rob. They find who?
Maybe you, the one who stole.
Your son.
Oh, okay.
Your son, the one you stole to take to Manchester University or Harvard. He resists.
Because he's dismissive. I understand, like, this is me.
You
know who my dad is.
So who has killed that son?
It's you.
It's you. That's what I tell people. That's how we create. If we were just like simple, I can still make my own money. Even if utasemanga kuna mtu aliyesema hata kama ni corruption kula kadogo.
Acha
kula kadogo lakini hakikisha kwamba the real purpose of that money actually happens. If it's a stadium for growing talents in the villages, umejenga ulikula kadogo lakini watu angaliange kadogo. I know of people wenye walijenga my institutions hapa, they look good and they have very good CVs lakini walikula. But people overlook that. But ukikula iende. What you are doing is you are killing your own family in the future.
In the future, yes.
We know some people here who are very rich but now they are in court. Some people say okay, I don't believe in some things, but laana is real, by the way. Laana. Someone is there and a cry. Watoto wake ajenda shule. Na exactly the money that was to make her life or his life better, wewe ulikula ukaachia watoto wako. Unafikiria Mungu analala? Yes.
Alafu cases kama hizi za Kimwarer, they look like such open and shut cases. Like kwa nini hizo zote ucrumble? Because there has to be a money trail. The money involved is so huge. In the digital era, there's going to be a digital footprint. But this is not money.
But you see, this one thing I've come to realize with Kenya. The same people you want to fight corruption are the same people you elect. Are the same people you put into office.
Yeah.
How will it happen? Yeah. When you look at it, there was corruption during Kibaki's time.
Yes.
Big time. But that corruption you could measure. You could. Unaweza pima useme ni 1, 2, 3 nini. During Uhuru's administration, you could not. Yeah? You could not count. There were too many.
There's a corruption part.
Everyone was stealing. Yeah? I used to tell people, during Moi's time, there were people who were anointed to do corruption.
Yeah.
Not everyone was doing corruption. During Uhuru Kenyatta's time, everyone was stealing. Everyone was looking for a way to steal from government.
Yeah.
And that is why, look at it, Uhuru should be at, like, right now, we should be celebrating Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yeah.
You know why? The roads he has constructed, there are too many.
Yes.
Proper ones. SGR. But do you know why? He's not celebrated in that measure. Because of what?
Corruption.
I normally call it poisoned goblet. You know, goblet is the cup of the king.
Yeah.
So the cup of the king is supposed to be very nice. But when it has poison inside, if you take it, you'll die. Uhuru's government was like a poison goblet or poison chalice. Because Uhuru has done, like in terms of from the face of it, is he did a tremendous job.
Yeah.
Look at dams he constructed. Look at the roads he did, the Nairobi Expressway, the rail. We had never constructed a rail since colonial times. He did a fresh rail from Mombasa to Naivasha. This is a guy we are supposed to be celebrating and saying Uhuru Kenyatta was the best president Kenya has ever had. But today, what are the statements? Mwai Kibaki is the best president Kenya has ever had. We overlook Uhuru Kenyatta because of the corruption that was there, the money that was stolen from members of the public. And now, when the debt issue comes in, people wanasema, huyu jamaa ndiye alituachia deni kubwa.
Yeah.
But you know, countries cannot survive without debts.
Yeah.
Cannot. But you see, because people stole. Unajua, ukiambia watu tuko na madeni, hii na hii, lakini hakuna mtu aliiba. Lakini tulijenga reli ndio hii. You know, people will look at it and say, hii deni ni sawa. Ni kama venye wewe unakichukua loan. Today, what happened during Uhuru Kenyatta's time and the reason why people were mad, I normally say ukichukua loan. Today, loan ya kununua Benz.
Yes.
Benz. Alafu, uende Mombasa ukule kule. Hiyo umeenda kununua Mombasa. Ujipate uwe realize, zimebaki tunaweza nunua Allion. Urudi na Allion. Unajua utakuanga na uchungu sana kwa wewe mwenyewe. Utakuwa unajua, baadaye ningekuwa na Benz. Lakini ukiangalia, the fact that ukiangalia penye ulitumia pesa hakuna. That hizo pesa zenye zingekuwa za juu za kununua Benz. That is the exact scenario that Uhuru finds himself in. Because people stole during his time that the prices of things were exaggerated. The cost were exaggerated.
Yeah.
A good example, I normally use the SGR because it went rooftop.
Yeah.
Because people stole during the compensation time, land compensation time, and they made the SGR cost so expensive that people are paying for corruption. Some of the money we are paying, the debt we are paying is because we are paying people stole. So people are asking, what if they didn't steal? How far would have the rail gone? You see, probably it will have gone to Bomet.
Or Rwanda.
Let's say Bomet, a good distance. But now we don't have the Bomet part because some people decided to steal.
Okay. And do you think these presidents are as powerless as they claim to be? Because I always feel like Magufuli alituonyeshaga, if you have the will, you can actually do it.
Me, I normally say that ukiona president anakuwa powerless, pia kuna mahali ameshikwa. I will not use the word Raila uses.
Yeah.
There is a word Raila uses. Ameshikwa. Kwanza ameshikwa, hawezi songa. Lazima kuna mahali pia alijiweka kwa mtego. And then by the time he realizes, let me tell you, I'll give you a good example of the US. We still have such people in Kenya.
Yeah.
You've heard stories of the US having this business kind of people who control the economy. It's a true factor. And these guys, even during the election, they fund politicians.
Yeah.
So when they are funding you, how will you repay? You will repay when you are in power.
Yes.
So you want to fight corruption. But the guy, when you unaenda, I'll give you a good example. You remember the Nairobi Regeneration Program?
Yeah.
Hey, tulikava hiyo kitu. Nyumba zikaangushwa. Nakumbuka nyumba ingine ilikuwa hapa kwa hii round yenu hapa ya Manono.
Yeah.
There's the former MP wa Kisii alikuwa na nyumba pale hapo ukienda Wilson Airport. Ile iliangushwa. I was there mpaka nikionyesha. Nikaenda na I remember my PTC pistol camera nikasema now even as they are falling this building here, there is another one that is coming up behind me on the same riparian land. Let me tell you, the guys decided kufika until wakafika. Hata si atu walifika mahali pabaya, mahali ati kuna nyumba kubwa ama nini ndio zilisimamisha. Walifika place inaitwa Mukuru. Wakapata Mukuru iko na wenyewe. Zile nyumba ziko tu kwa riparian land hivi. Ziko na wenyewe.
The slum. Yeah.
Na wenyewe ndio wako hii side yao. Sasa watafanya aje? The program had to die. That is how Nairobi Regeneration died. Simple.
By kusema side yao, going side yao as voters ama as
big people. Voters cannot be big people.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering.
Big people as in the people who own those places. You think the landlords are people like you and I?
Okay.
Those shanty.
Those areas we have land. I normally call them slum landlords.
Yeah. Slumlords.
Yes. They are lords. So you find it's like I remember I was trying to look at the situation ya coach some time back. So unapata kuna landlord wa chini, lakini kuna huyu landlord anareporting kwa another.
Yeah.
So they are lords. They control those slum areas. That's why you cannot just go in. And if you remember Uhuru's upgrading of Mukuru, alienda na kifua. Ile kunyorosha tu mabarabara. But ask yourself, who was this powerful? Kwa aliweza ndani kubomoa mabarabara kuweka, lakini za riparian ilishinda kana. Who was he? Or who was she?
Yeah, okay.
You know,
okay.
in this town sometimes you are not told names.
Yeah.
But you are told powers close to the power. Unajua hapa kilishindikana.
But in my second term, do I care? Should I care?
It's not about caring if you are coming back or not. It's about who that person is to you. If they are pushing your agenda during your second term, because you normally have an agenda, and there's what you call a legacy agenda.
But see, they can be compensated in other ways.
Uhuru's problem for me, he did so many things. She cut many things. He didn't have just something that I want to be remembered on.
Yeah.
And hit it. For me, he did a lot on roads and infrastructure. I think he should just have gone with that. Then, that is why Uhuru wanted Raila, I think. He wanted someone who will continue with his projects. Some projects that he thought were very crucial to his legacy.
Yeah.
You know, even today, the things Uhuru did with normally say, ilikuwa kibaki hiyo. Yeah, so some presidents where they are sitting, they would love to have someone who is likely to continue with what they are doing. So their legacy lives on. So I think that is one reason why but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but,
I understand.
I think I think he wanted someone who will continue with what he was doing. But you see, Kenyans have their own way of interpreting things, and especially you cannot push on Kenyans someone. We have learned that through Moi, when Moi tried to push Kenyatta on Kenyans.
Yeah,
Uhuru himself, and the Kenyans said no. Let me tell you, if Moi had chosen either Raila or Saitoti,
yeah,
do you think Kibaki could have been president?
ingekuwa ngumu. I understand.
Because you see what that time Moi had the system, proper system. He could not have thought even of stretching. You see, this is what I tell people: you can only steal an election if the margin is too close.
Yeah,
then you can push it up. When a landslide, it becomes a big
impossible,
problem.
especially saizi.
Yes. So that is why many people ask, how did Raila fail to be president in 2022 when Ruto only defeated Raila with 200,000 votes, and Raila was being supported by a sitting president? And you see people say, but this is Africa.
Yeah.
This is Africa. So, but you need to ask yourself, before the election, did Ruto envisage that scenario? And did he have his own plans to counter it? Ruto is not just your ordinary politician.
Yeah.
He thinks ahead. And one thing that, let me tell you, I did a documentary on how Ruto became president.
Yeah.
One thing I learned is Ruto thinks way ahead of what is coming. Like the next, he started planning for this election, the last election, in 2003. After KANU
itoke,
Ruto akaanza kuona how do we rebuild KANU.
Yes.
That is how he recruited kina Namwamba, kina the rest, how they became friends. And Ruto started recruiting young politicians. The politicians you see hanging with him, he recruited them way back.
Yeah.
People think it was the other day. Never. Way back. So what he does is he looks at your strength and plans with your strength. He doesn't just pick anyone. We wake up the market and says, this guy, he goes for the guys he needs. Even when he went for Musalia Mudavadi, by the time he was going for Musalia Mudavadi, he was looking at Moses Wetangula. Ruto knew very well that Bukusus are like Kalenjins.
Yeah.
Are like Luos. Are like Kikuyus. They vote for where their person is. He knew if I get Wetangula, then I'm getting Trans Nzoia County in terms of presidential votes. I'm getting, because Kales are there in Trans Nzoia, and then you have Bukusus now, who are the majority in Trans Nzoia. Then Bungoma. Yote. Because Bukusus and Sabots are the ones now who are in not Mount Elgon, but the entire Bungoma County.
Yeah.
That is Bungoma itself and Mount Elgon. That's how Ruto calculated. So he knew that. Uliosikumbuka watu wakisema ati danini ya, ati Mudavadi ni ya, alafu Wetangula ni ya kutoa. Yeah, Ruto had an ability of changing every narrative that was being thrown against him. Yeah, and that is how he maneuvered. But in terms of the election day, I think he had already planned on how to counter anything that was coming his way, and also how he can also play. You know, Kenya, let me tell you, I was telling someone the other day, as much as people try to say, oh, systems and whatever, stealing inakuanga part of election.
Yeah.
So how you prevent your votes to be stolen is also part of the game. You know, election is a game. How to, so people plan on how to steal and how to prevent your votes being stolen.
Yeah.
Wachana na IBC. So wachana na IBC themselves first before even IBC. So by the time I've talked to even the other day I was with a returning officer.
Yeah.
IBC constituency returning officer. She's a friend of mine. And she was telling me how much she was offered, whatever, from someone who was vying an MP in the constituency. She was handling.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, the game that goes on during election is not a joke. Yes.
Yeah, because I think tuko tunaongea na Pikipiki Ponki on this. And I remember, like, one of the conclusions was the fact that the results take 3 days, 4 days, even a whole week. Just shows you there's a lot of cooking going around. Because otherwise, see, you as a reporter on the ground, these results happen very fast. Sindo, especially presidential. Kukifungwa by polling stations fungwa around 6, let's say even 7. See, by 9 watu washa count presidential.
You see, you have to look at this thing in different ways. It can be, or it might not be. Don't assume that network works everywhere the way it is. You need to know how many polling stations. We're talking about polling stations that are in areas where hata WhatsApp kutuma haiendi. Because you see, they send through the system.
Yeah.
But one thing I talk about cooking results, nowadays cooking results gonna happen in the stream. You see that stream you are going to vote.
Yeah.
Result ikitoka hapo, there is no changing it. So these guys were smart. And this is where, you know, Raila's failure has always been, Raila wants the system. He's a realist.
Yeah.
He wants the system to work. He wants, if IBC is there to moderate a fair game.
Yeah.
Let the person who wins win on a fair ground. Now, Kenya doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Lazima ukwe mjanja.
Kenya doesn't work that way. In the last election, I'm not saying that is a conclusion.
Yeah.
But Raila and his group did not have agents in Central Kenya.
Yeah.
They did not have agents in Rift Valley. Kwani wewe unafikiria mtu huiba wapi?
Si home.
Unaibanga mahali una watu wengi.
Yeah, you're safe. Yeah. You don't
where you are safe, where someone will not question.
Yeah, like Nairobi, afadhali uko se agent hapa.
I would rather not have, if I was Raila, I would rather not have agents in Nyanza. But have agents in Central. Have agents in the Rift Valley.
And have incorruptible agents.
Yes.
Like I remember your time yao, they had like this activist, because of Martha Karua, they had a Boniface Mwangi. You know that someone kushua kiwa kwa ground, he's incorruptible for you.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
Get someone,
to chance.
Actually, get someone like Boniface Mwangi to run.
Yeah.
Get someone like, as you said, Martha Karua to run on behalf of the candidates. Because Martha Karua wasn't doing much. Was to go and vote and start running around. That is what Ruto did. You know what Ruto did? Ruto alikaa nyumbani kwake.
Yeah.
Ana monitor. Lakini MPs wa Ruto were on the ground. Hao ndio wanampatia feedback. Anamwambia kimbia mahali fulani. Is there anything? Nini. He was on top of things.
Yes. Yeah.
So in case something is going wrong, you are able to rectify before it becomes too late.
Yeah.
Now look at it. If why I'm telling you, people try to alter things in their stronghold. If you're seeing the turnout is low, 50, 60, this is what people do. You can go and boost the turnout.
Yeah.
The turnout should be 60 from 50. This 10% ni ya nani?
Hiyo ndio unashinda nayo election.
Unashinda nayo election. That's why the insistence on ask any person from the Azimio camp. They will tell you they lost because they didn't have agents.
Especially,
but now, you know why they were told what they were told in court? Hot air. I know it sounded bad for me even where I see it.
Yeah.
It sounded wrong, so wrong coming from an arbiter.
Yes.
But hot air was not actually very wrong.
Yeah.
When you look at things, when you analyze, the only person in an election mwenye anakutoa kwa ngori, according to this time, ni agent.
Kwa polling station.
Polling station.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu when you sign, I've been an PO, I've been a presiding officer. So once you sign, and every agent anaenda na copy yake. Copy.
Yes.
hiyo copy ndio unaweza kuja nayo ukuje useme this is the copy my agent.
The copy. Yes.
Original na imesainiwa original iko mpaka na signature ya PO or the returning officer. So si kitu yenye ati unaenda kotini unaulizwa where the makaratasi. You see the court does not disagree that akukuwa na actually when you listen
numbers
to
don't
that
add up.
I did it, but what it says is there was no enough evidence.
Okay.
So for me it's a lesson for anyone who wants to vie in a presidential election or any election. Have maximum agent especially kwanza ile
place
haupendwi huko ndo kunachezwa wewe umeenda wewe ulikuwa let me tell you those days when we had very bad elections you know when we were growing up mimi nilijua siasa kitambo niko hata mdogo tu you know our primary school my grandfather ndiye alipeana shamba ya primary school yenye tulikuwa tunasoma so hii primary school ndio ilikuanga nini ndio ilikuanga polling center ile maneno tulikuwa tuna witness ile vita inatokea kwa hiyo polling center just because someone wants to change the vote so analeta vita fracas watu wanatoroka watu wako wanatoroka change
inachangiwa
we know some MPs who became some people who became MPs through that those days it was so bad it changed this new constitution changed a lot the current constitution in terms of election management and everything when you look at it and everything you see there are a lot of changes that it has brought a lot of calmness let me tell you in the last election and the other election you know the for me from this is my own point of view and my opinion the biggest thing that the timelines that were set does is calling people you know election is more emotive results ikitolewa hivi watu wanataningi wanyama and especially if you are on the losing side you can't imagine because you saw a win in fact you are winning and then all of a sudden you are not winning it becomes so emotive but there is a period kama ya presidential mpaka ya arbitration swearing in by the time unasikiza kotini nini
they've calmed down
people have calmed down wanasema okay let's just move on let the country heal and like that let me tell you if we didn't have this constitution I'm telling you bado tungekuwa na issues is my election because our elections have never been let's say crystal clear I can tell you for now they have never been crystal clear
since 2002
whatever.
See,
even
2002 was clean.
Whatever, 92
but
2002 the thing that helped that time Kanu was just on the losing end like
they could not
like
do anything.
It was just not if but when Kanu was going to lose because Kanu lost the day I will tell you the candidature or the team of Mwai Kibaki, Charity Ngilu and the late Wamala Kijana was very strong but the moment Raila walked out of Kanu Raila Saitoti Alonzo Musyoka Ole Ntimama Najib Balala when they walked like this it's like the whole country walked with them out of Kanu wale walikuwa wamebaki Kanu walihama na pa and you can imagine still Kanu Uhuru got over 1 million votes you can still imagine so I keep asking people, what if Moi had prevailed and done and people to like Raila to see like justice has been done by the time wanamaliza their nomination the presidential candidate wa Kanu amejulikana na iko sawa hakuna mtu anatoka kwa Kanu nafikiria Kanu ingetoka
ingetoka
ask yourself Uhuru got over 1 million votes because bado alikuwa pia na wakale na bado people on the ground there are people even today there are people wenye wa Kanu diehards wanakuambiaga sisi ni watu wa Kanu kwanza wazee sisi ni watu
Choko
so Kenya ask yourself have we ever had a free fair election yenye mtu anatoka tu aseme tu wenyewe by the way ilikuwa clean
na nakwambia mimi hata useme stories za network bila siku tutajua results by 12 am it's going to be a clean election ushanotice kama ya US ina happen this year
lakini unajua the Kenyan law why this is what I tell people the Kenyan law says they are provisional results until that returning officer atoke huko na hard copies akuje a place mbele ya IBC chairman na commissioners they are not official results. So watadilidali tu hapo nini. Yeah, but tampering nowadays it's hard to tamper when it goes to the okay, I don't know, but systems can be tampered with.
Yeah, but it go to the system. So the main thing ni hapa polling station hapa.
It's easy any polling station.
Yeah.
That is where you ensure wanasemaje that your results are okay.
Yes. How many polling stations are there in Kenya?
Hey, do I remember? There are many.
45,000
plus.
45,000 something.
Yes. Do I remember? There are many.
Yeah. So if you're trying to win an election, you have to choose zile ziko kwa strongholds za wenyewe. Because that's number where now
afadhali kwako unaweza wacha returning officer
wawili sure hapo kwako like kuna watu wa MP, kuna wale watu
hata watu wenyewe mara yatu watasema hapana
inawezekana
huko kwanza kwa opponent mostly stronghold ya mtu mwingine mara ya mostly hawakutaki
so utapata huko kwa opponent you keep the opponent honest
apate tu zake
alafu the opponent keeps you honest
yes
and that's how you get
that's
good
how
results.
We get fair election
yeah
fair election. By the way, I used to tell people, do you know why there was little corruption during the grand coalition government? There was corruption, but corruption was measurable. You know why? The ODM team and PNU walikuwa wanasemananga huyu akiiba anasema huyu anaiba huyu akaiba anasema huyu anaiba, so they were pointing fingers at each other. So at that it meant like every wing was a watchdog against the other one. Mimi naambianga hata watu siku ile unajua one of the dangerous thing that has been happening is when you see members of parliament agreeing with the executive. According to the current constitution, that is you are finished. Unaona tu hizi taxation zinapita tu
zimekuwa zikipita
zikipita pale my good friend Kimani Ichung'wah akisoma pale imepitwa imeenda. So you see, first of all, parliament is an oversight. It's supposed to oversight the executive. But you know, any president would want to control parliament because if you don't control parliament you will have a tough problem. So my prayer for me, I tell people, me, I don't usually look at a person or tribe on who becomes a president. I look at a person as a person. Is he a person to change Kenya? For me, because let me tell you, even if your brother becomes president, na kuwe mbaya, atakusaidia?
hatakusaidia.
You'll rather have someone from far off a president, but ukitoka pale you are able to do your business, everything is working for you. If you are hardworking, you'll just make it. Kuliko kukuwa na mtu mwenye atawapiganisha alafu nchi vurugwe. But you see, it's just one of the things I look at when I'm voting myself. I remember mimi sijai vote suit. I will tell you. Mimi si voting suit. Naenda pale napiga za MP ni president patia chama hii. Mtu. Me, I don't vote for parties. Ati sijui party. Kuna wakati nilijipata nimeweka kwa party ya Jubilee nikamwambia my friend I'm partyless.
It's ile time waliweka members.
You remember? Waliaganga tu watu bwana. Unajipata tu kwa Jubilee. Unajipata na tukaandikanga Facebook. Journalists tunajipenda sana waeka Facebook, how did I become a member of nini and I've never tuliandikanga. I remember one of my colleague pia alijipata kwa Jubilee, majority tulipata Jubilee party ile Jubilee original, si ya sahi ile walikuwa wamevunja ma URPTNA wameunda sasa Jubilee.
Nakumbuka hiyo time kulikuwa na hiyo like people shared that and so nini hii historia AU unaionaje, historia Raila? Why is because right now I feel like the Kenya Kwanza government want him to take this position, ndio